Hey Slightly Unblended, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm doing a pastel flower look for spring. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Hey y'all, so I thought for spring it would be so much fun to do a colorful pastel, add some flowers. I'm not the greatest at flowers, but I wanted to practice, so let's be sparkly and flowery. I'm going to start out with the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Sickly Sweet palette, and I'm going to go into the shade Frills and Thrills with this Makeup Shack T63 brush, which is pretty much the only brush I'll use for the entire look. So I'm going to take Frills and Thrills and start to blend that on the outer corner of my eye into a C shape. Work it into the crease just a little bit. I have Biscuit and Artemis in here right now, so if you hear his little bell jingling or hear something, they're in here. Getting that shape built up. And I'm gonna go over to the Sugar and Grunge palette. I'm using all three, or the three palettes that I have are the Blend Bunny Cosmetics ones. So I'm gonna take that same brush, I just cleaned it off. I'm gonna blend out Frills and Thrills with Baby T. You just find your favorite pastels and you can do it however you want. I just wanted it to be super colorful. Now the struggle is gonna be finding a shirt that will match this look, or a dress or something. Just barely touch that to the skin and it blends out so easily and beautifully. I'm going to clean that brush off and go into Candy from Sugar and Grunge, and I'm going to start to blend that with this purple onto the lid just a little bit. Just pat that down back and forth, little baby blenderoos. This bit didn't take very long at all. I guess because I just get so excited to do pastel blends that I can do them pretty quick. It's the doodles that get me. I will sit and doodle for the longest time. I feel like I want to add gems too, but I'm not sure. I probably have some flower gems from Manic Gems. Okay, get that nice and blended. Take it over just a bit more. Pat it. This reminds me of tie-dye as well. I love it. I'm going to go back to the Sickly Sweet palette. I'm going to touch up Frills and Thrills. Just give it a little baby blenderoo. Clean that brush off, and then I'm going to take Glow Stick, which is such a beautiful like neon pastel green. I don't know, it just gives me the neon vibes. And pat that along the edges with the blue. And I'll go back in and touch everything up in a minute. I hear floof. Do you hear floof? She is talking about it. And I'm going to take Center of Attention from the Sickly Sweet palette. Blend, blend, blend. Back and forth. Also patting it just to get that shade down. Now I'm going to take Party Dress and just work on blending that very gently. You see, they go so well together. And I'll touch up Center of Attention, which I hit pan in. I can't remember if I did it the day before yesterday or if it was like that before I was just in utter chaos, but there is pan and I'm excited. I'm going to take a little bit more of Party Dress and get the fuzzy off my brush. Get that all nice and blended. And then I'm going to take a tiny bit of Temper Temper. Just buff that. And what I ended up doing on the other eye, actually, while I'm thinking about it, is I went into Machina and I used Error Code and just kind of had it on top because I felt like it wasn't as orange as I wanted, so I was like, okay, we'll just do it like this, and it made it like the world of difference. I just wanted it to be a little more orange. Ooh, spilling eyelash glue. Not really, but almost. Alright. So I'm going to go back to Sickly Sweet. I'm going to use Rosy Cheeks. And I'm going to pop that on the inner third of my lid. Or inner fourth. Get that on. Put it up into the crease. Make sure everything is nice and blended together. You see how cute it is? So I'm going to clean that brush off and go back to Machina because I'm going to use the very light pink pastel in here, Attract, which I'm so thinking that for Valentine's Day I'm going to be using Machina a lot because Oxytocin, Enamored, and Attract are like the perfect Valentine's Day colors. What kind of Valentine's Day looks do y'all want to see? Please let me know. So I'm going to blend out this pink with the very light pink. That was a whole big thing there, wasn't it? I didn't even, I feel like I didn't even finish my sentence, but sometimes it's like that. I'm going to go back over to Sickly Sweet. I'm going to take just a little bit of Bellyache to just kind of blend over here. And a little bit of Sugar High. And then I'm going to go back to Machina. I forgot I used a bunch of the pastels from this one. I'm going to take AI and start to blend this out here. Take a little bit more of that Frills and Thrills shade real quick. Bring that up. And I'm going to go back into Sugar and Grunge and take Baby T. I love Baby T. It reminds me a lot of Beckon from Surge. And that was one of my favorites to use as a blush before Juicy Cheeks came out. But every once in a while I'll still do that as blush. Alright, got this all blended. Take a little bit more candy up into the crease just a little bit because I didn't go back in and touch it up like I planned. Forgot about that. And I think that looks cute. So I'm going to take some sparkles now. I saved the sparkles for last when I was doing this eye, but I want to add the sparkles now. I'm going to take the Terra Moons Cosmetics Winter Solstice collection, and I'm going to take Twinkle Dust to start out with. So I'm going to take that with this Dough Color number 14 brush, get Twinkle Dust, and just start to pop it onto the blue and green and yellow portion. I'm going to take a little bit of it on my finger. Just pat, pat, pat. I'm not going to take it all the way onto the yellow. And I'm going to take Telesto, which is like a gold duochrome. And I'm going to pop that right over the yellow bit into the crease. And then on this orange and pink area, I'm going to take Cassiopeia because it's so pretty and it has the shifts of like pink and orange as well. So then you'll really get that shine. Look it! Okay, I'm going to hold my breath, hope for the best, and try to doodle some more flowers. I'm going to be using these Suva UV Taffies liner, and it'll be fun. So to start out for the flowers, I'm taking the yellow with the brush that came with the palette, and I'm doing little dots because that's going to be like the center bit of the flower. I wasn't sure if I was going to do a voiceover on this bit or not, just to kind of save some time. I'm sorry, I just got a lot going on right now, but I was like, oh, it's like 4 minutes. Let me talk through it. So just place the yellow dots sporadically, and that's going to be the start of your flowers. And so I was just dotting it, and I want to say I was kind of rotating between like green and yellow on these. Now I'm going to take the Suva Hydroliner and Space Panda to do a couple of white flowers. So this is going to be the petals, and I'm just going to take them off of the dot and just make like the little flower petals this way. I'm just kind of doing a line outwards, but also trying to kind of round it at the bottom a little bit, just to make little bitty cutesy little flowers. And then I'm going to take the shades from the UV Taffy's palette and start to do the same thing on each dot that I have dotted down. So now I'm taking the pink, gonna make a little pink flower. Am I the only one that thinks that like hot pink and yellow together is like such a cute color combination? It was like I was in 6th grade, and then I had like these little bracelets, and they were very, very neon-y, and it was like a pink and a yellow, and I was like, this is the color combination, this is it. I've always loved purple, but there's just something about hot pink and yellow together that I'm just like, yes. So I'm taking the same shades, I'm just kind of rotating through them, drawing little petals, popping the dots. I'll go back in and like pop some more over them to make them more pronounced, kind of get everything nice and blended together. So just doodling some petals. And then I'm going to take some of the green from the palette and doodle some little like leaves or vines to kind of bring it together. I don't know, it kind of reminded me of decorative paper, you know, like those little notepads with all the cute little flowers on them. It's kind of what this made me think of. And I'm so sorry I kept saying stuff about Valentine's Day. I filmed this like in February and put off doing this one because I had other things that I was going to do. And I was like, yes, wait closer to spring. I was like, okay, didn't think that through. But anyways, just doodling some of the petals and everything like that for getting them all nice and touched up. Make sure they all look cutesy cutesy. Now for the little leaves or vines, I'm just kind of sporadically placing them to kind of make them look a little more cohesive. So I'm just going in between the petals, like kind of giving them arms and making them like, I don't know, they looked kind of cool. I'm not the best at doing lines like this, and that was another reason why I wanted to play around with it, and I thought it was kind of cute. So I was like, yeah, this will work for the leaves, which just look like a bushel of flowers. And so I'm just using the green to kind of connect them together and add a little pop of extra something. And I've tried some leaves before, but oh my goodness, those stress me out. You would think, oh, this is going to be pretty easy drawing a leaf, right? Whew. When I try to like give it some details to like make it like, you know, look more real, I'm like, what am I doing? So anyway, this was a lot of fun. Okay, so I realized that I forgot a flower, but I still think it looks cute. It doesn't have to look even. I don't feel like flower brushes necessarily do like look even. So I'm gonna call this good and go do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I feel like a magical fairy princess. I'm so excited that I feel like a magical fairy princess because I need more of those vibes in my life. So my earrings I made like a while back. I want to say last spring. And I felt like they matched the look well. And I hadn't worn this dress in forever. I remember like this is on the clip for my intro where it's me in the purple and I had the pastel and Shumwork was in it. That was like the one time that I wore it. I had plans to do other things, like I wanted to go take pictures in a field full of flowers and stuff, but never got around to it. And then I felt wrong for wearing it because he wasn't here. We don't have to talk about all that because that will make me sad, and I don't want to make y'all sad. I just want to be like an escape from everything else and just hang out, do makeup, and have fun. But I love, 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 love pastels. I love pastel rainbow blends, so doing this was a lot of fun. And then like the flowers are like a nice added little doodle. It's like, oh, Julie, you're doing something other than stars and moons and clouds. Got to step out of the comfort zone. There's things that I want to learn. I want to play with liner more. I feel like it's so much fun. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like I'm rambling. Please let me know what you'd like to see next down in the comments below. If you'd like to keep up with my awkward face and shenanigans while I'm not here on YouTube, I'll follow my social medias linked in the description box down below. If you'd like to keep up with me while I am here on YouTube, could you please hit that subscribe button? It means so much to me and I can't thank you enough. If you like this video, could you please give it a thumbs up? I've heard it helps to get my video out in the algorithm, so if you give it a thumbs up, then thank you. I want to thank you so much for watching, and yeah, please let me know what you'd like to see next. We want some more spring looks, we want some Valentine's Day looks. I'm trying to get everything prepared because the last thing on my mind has been Valentine's Day makeup, and I need to get started on it because that's like 1 month of like creative makeup or just like different themed makeup that I really enjoy. But by the end of it, I'm so sick of blending pink or red. Never purple. Purple's always my favorite. But please let me know what you'd like to see next down in the comments below. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one.